Okay, guys, I've got some hikers in front of me. Most of you have already seen them because she's got a YouTube channel, and we'll get her to make sure she tells us the name of the channel so y'all can follow her. We are in a Hampton hotel in Helen, Georgia, taking a zero today. Tell me your names and a little bit about yourselves.
Okay, we are Mike and Julie Shea.
What's your channel?
Our channel is Adventures Over 60.
Okay.
We're from Maine, and have always had love of the AT since forever, almost it seems. And this was the perfect time in our lives to try to walk it home.
And that was what I was going to ask you. What was the inspiration for this hike?
I've always wanted to do it ever since I was early married, and we had a bits and pieces of it where we lived in upstate New York, and then when we moved to Maine, we hiked a lot of it in Vermont and New Hampshire, but never thought it could come to be. So
you were close to it, and therefore you just always wanted to be part of it.
Yeah, we walked on it, a lot of day hikes.
Okay.
Wanted to do the whole thing, but especially after reading Bill Irwin's book, Blind Courage, the blind man who walked the AT with his dog Orient back in the 1990s, that just encouraged us.
We got a chance to talk to him before he passed away.
Good.
He lived in Maine and in his latter years.
Yeah.
And so and you know what? We want an adventure.
Yeah, we want to be challenged, and we have been challenged.
We want to be challenged. We want an adventure. We've each had adventures. This is something we're doing together, and that was important to us too.
Yeah.
You know, I asked it, when you say it the way you just said it, it brought something to my attention. Several years ago when I was doing an interview, I asked a question, was this the biggest adventure you've ever had in your life? And I asked a young man, and he said, yeah, he said, I went across Vietnam, I went across these other countries walking, but this is bigger. And I thought, wow. You know, and so it's big, I know it's big. You said you each had an adventure. Do you think this adventure will be larger than those adventures?
Well, if we make it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're sitting here on day 9, but I think that it certainly has the potential to be. Yes.
Okay.
I think
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. After raising 4 kids, that was the big adventure.
Okay.
You know, being married 40 years, that's the big adventure. So this is going to be icing on the cake.
Yeah.
And what made you decide to make a YouTube channel with it?
Mostly to keep our friends and family informed of what we're doing. And then it just kind of snowballed. People started being interested and following us, and all of a sudden we're over 1,000 viewers, which blows our mind.
Yeah, you're doing a great job, and you're going to have a lot of subscribers by the end of your trip. I'm convinced of that. And
what we also noticed is that in only the 8 days on the trail, there are a lot of retired people on the trail, or newly retired folks. And you know, that's kind of the channel, you know, yes, informing our kids and family, but we're kind of addressing them as well.
Right. To kind of encourage people who are our age, at mid-60s and older, to get out there. There's still plenty of time to fulfill dreams that you may have had. It may not be hiking, but it might be anything else. And so get at it. Get at it. You don't know how long you have to live.
We like the idea of learning new things, and we've camped and we spent our whole lives in the woods and doing things in the woods. But we've never through hiked.
I hear you. And you're here taking a zero. Had you given any thought to how hectic a 0 day was going to be?
Well, a 0 day isn't a rest day. It's a work day. Yeah, I was just up. We just came downstairs. I have all that. When we leave here and get on the trail tomorrow, we have a 5-day carry. So I'm laying out, it takes up the whole queen size bed. When I lay out the food for our breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner, we had to purchase those things, we had to think about those things.
You didn't have anything else to do though, did you?
Laundry.
We did laundry.
Oh, you had something else to do.
We talked to our family.
Oh, you had that to do.
There's internet connection. We had to, quite frankly, it's important that we eat a lot of town food.
Yeah.
Protein and carbs. So we do our best with that.
Trying to get all the videos done 5 days in advance. Yeah, there's no rest on a 0. Now we understand that.
Yeah.
We take a couple of showers a day because we're going to miss that for a while.
No, you're going to get a shower every day when you leave here. I just looked outside, and we're going to look out there in a little while.
Well, that's, you're right, Jimmy. That's the other part of that is looking ahead and knowing we're going to have a 5-day carry that's going to be wet. So you have to, plan for that.
The logistics
The logistics,
of this can be overwhelming.
right?
Well, that's why we love to have you around, because you are Mr. Logistics. And you give
And
good
Mr. Logistic
suggestions.
is going to Nashville tomorrow. I know how to get there.
But you give good advice and suggestions and encouragement for how to get to where we need to be.
I like to give options when
Yeah.
we're out here, so that's
Appreciate
kind of
that.
what I do.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest surprise for you, having been out here now this many days, if any surprises?
So many surprises of the kindness of strangers. Chokes me up.
Yeah, we
Chokes me up.
we
With
thought
all of you've done and other people who have just provided trail magic with no strings attached.
All right.
we thought that was going to happen, but to the level of kindness and support, off the charts.
Yeah.
And the folks that we've met on the trail,
The hikers.
the hikers, love them.
Yeah.
Great people.
That's what the most number one answer I get when I ask people what have they enjoyed the most, and it's the people.
Clearly.
Right. Because
know.
it's not the walking.
No, it's not the walking,
Yeah.
and they don't even list though the sights
Oh, the
and the beauty
beauty. There
of
is
it,
beauty, yeah.
because the people
Yeah.
are
Always
higher than that.
We
And
will
it tells
say
you something.
that North Georgia,
Oh.
those rugged mountains, we weren't ready for them. We've learned, and they've earned our respect. They're rugged and they're beautiful
And
too.
they are beautiful.
They're beautiful.
Yeah. How much planning did you do before coming out here?
Well, heavy duty planning, about 6 months.
Okay.
Prior to that, a lot of research, a lot of YouTubes, a lot of reading of books. But the purchasing and the planning and the day-to-day itineraries of what we anticipated, 6 months.
And your gear's all working well?
So far it is. Part of that preparation is to just settle in our minds the fact that we don't know everything.
Oh, gosh, yes.
And as much as we plan, and I would say this to anyone else, do your planning, but part of your planning is you better be flexible.
There you go. That's the word. I love it.
Plan and be flexible. And so that was something that we had to prepare ourselves for. But so far, the other thing that's kind of took us by surprise a little, we were expecting a little colder or cooler weather. We did not expect to be hiking 7 days in the 70s.
Right. Now also, you've got some blisters.
I have some blisters. They haven't gotten too bad out of control.
No.
I've been getting, advice and support from people who know. I think I have a good plan for that now.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're on top of it.
I've been walking around today, absolutely no problem.
Okay, good deal.
I mean, that's a part of a zero, is to rest and recuperate a little bit.
And y'all going to be getting off the trail. I want to talk a little bit about that, because the people that's going to do it later will understand that that can happen and be successful. Because y'all have got a wedding, I believe, and you've got a baby coming, one of the kids or somebody, or grandkids.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Talk
Yeah, I
about
mean, that's a good point. Some people think you start the Appalachian Trail and you never leave it for 6 months. And I suppose there's people like that, but many, many people that we've run into, life still goes on.
it. Right.
So
Right.
You may have to leave the trail and come back.
Right.
And we always planned on doing that.
Yep.
I think it's good to get off the trail a little bit to rest up, but we don't want to be gone too long and lose our trail legs.
Yeah.
Which,
But we've got a new grandbaby coming, and so he's going to be priority.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That,
so-
that may let you get off more than you really thought you would.
and if that's the case, that's the case.
That's good. That's good.
Though, as much as we want to finish this through hike, our family comes first.
Okay. Well, guys, it's been a joy to meet you and be around you and hear your story for sure. And thank you for what you're doing on YouTube and for the views that you've gotten and the work it takes to do that.
Yeah.
I don't have all that work anymore, because I've got somebody behind the scenes that's volunteered to take care of that, or else I probably wouldn't be doing this again this year. But anybody you want to say hello to before we just let you go and trying to get some more rest before the day's over?
Oh, hello to all of our family. Hello to people in Georgia and all of Jimmy's friends who have been following him for years. You know what a special guy he is, and you know what a special woman his wife, I believe, is.
And I want to say thank you and hello to all those that finished their through hike.
I'm gonna walk right over here, guys, and I'm gonna say as I'm walking, God bless every step between here and Katahdin. And I'm looking out this window where they're getting ready to go the next day, and the rain has kind of slackened and the flags have gone down. They were set straight out when I first started talking, but they've got a beautiful day to hike tomorrow because God's creation will be right there in front of them. Hope you enjoyed watching.